There are people who would sit and watch them drag books out of libraries and burn them in piles in the streets. They would stand and watch old ladies mugged to death by street gangs, and they would not lift a finger. But if you were to take their TV away from them, they would be on the steps of City Hall with pitchforks and pump shotguns in 5 minutes. That is because nobody likes their dope taken away from them. And that's what TV is. It's dope.
When I'm asked, what do you remember about Videowest, it all sort of collides in a kaleidoscope of hallucinatory, disconnected imagery, which pretty much applies to most of the television that Videowest produced in its 5 years of Brigadoon-like, Camelot-like, total video supremacy.
It kind of like gives me an orgasmic rush of lust.
I think it might even infuriate some people.
Eric Nelson, E-R-I-K-N-E-L-S-O-N. Joke off.
All right, guys, I'm doing a really wide shot so you guys can see how crazy it is. Okay, I'm rolling now. We're going to record 30 seconds of silence. Quiet on the set.
So this is going to be silent for 30 seconds? One more, quiet.
So, Eric, how did you find out about Videowest?
There was an article in October.
No, let me stop. I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt, Fab. I don't want answers to questions. I want statements, because I'm trying to cut you out.
I understand. I got it, Joe. Quiet. I got it.
Got it.
Got it, Joe.
Before the article, Eric.
I got it, Joe. I do this for a living. You got to trust me on this.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay,
Quiet.
all right. But I want full statement.
I got it, Joe.
All right, this is take 2 on question 2. How did you find out about Videowest?
It was the late summer, early fall of 1979, and there was an article in the pink section of the San Francisco Chronicle about this odd video collective that had somehow managed to worm their way onto a local UHF station. And as I had just been fired from the one and only straight media job I ever had at KYUU, an NBC radio affiliate, I had business cards, a not very good suit, and a fair amount of credibility. And I also had some things I was planning on doing for that radio station, the most important of which was the Bike Messenger Olympics. So I knew instinctually that this Videowest outfit was ripe for the taking. So I went in and sat down with Fabrice for the very first time.
I gotta get this TV show finished and edited for TV station real fast.
And Fabrice, being the kind, generous, and gullible soul he was, immediately went for the okey doke. Oh, gee, oh, suit, has business card. I can use him for something. So the first thing I ever produced for Videowest was not video, it was the Bike Messenger Olympics as a promotional event.
Does it mean anything special to compete against other messengers?
Yeah, it shows we all get together at one point. It shows who's
number one, that's what it shows, you know.
And who's number one?
Arrow!
First place, as we said earlier, Arrow.
All right, big hand for Arrow! Arrow!
My career as a director began in late October.
I'm sorry.
Joe, quiet. If you interrupt me again, I'm going to turn you off.
You're rocking like this. I'm just trying
That's fine. That's just how you're going to have to deal with it, okay?
Okay.
Another interruption, you go off. Thank you.
That's what friends. That's what friends are for.
Thanks. Quiet. My first professional thing I filmed 40 years ago, which started me off in my long career in this business, was in October, I think October 24th of 1979, where I had this sort of cosmic convergence, if you will, of two things in my life. I was obsessed with the Honeymooners.
You are a blabbermouth!
And I had just seen a test screening of Apocalypse Now at the North Point Theater in San Francisco.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
So in my acid-addled brain, I combined the two to write a script for something I called Apocalypse Muni, about a deranged bus driver who headed up on the Muni on an incomprehensible mission. And at that time, I was a producer, not a director, so I went to the in-house director, the best director in the pack.
He's a poet warrior in the classic sense.
Or actually probably the only director in the pack, Joe Day, who immediately glommed on the concept because Joe Day was a Honeymooners fan.
Our journey continued by Muni patrol bus, but Cramden brooded over my thoughts like a fast pass to hell.
Can I remind you of something you might want to talk about? I hadn't seen Apocalypse Now. You just described it to me.
Shut up, I'll get that part of the story in.
You just interrupted the talent.
You're one outburst away from excommunication, and as a Catholic, you know what that means. The thing about Videowest was it was a machine designed to let people pursue their visions, if you knew how to play the machine. So what I did at Videowest was use that machine to pursue all sorts of strange visions, things that I cared about and believed in. And at that time, that would have been a wide range of things. Rock and roll. The Grateful Dead.
What is it about these shows that is worth that much money?
It's the Dead.
Grateful Dead again. Jesus Christ.
Weird cultural things.
People have spent $12, $50, and $15 hard-earned money, waited all night for tickets, and they're getting a prayer meeting. If it's another spiritual hymnal, we're going to walk out. We don't want Billy Graham tonight. We want Bob Dylan.
My first official piece as a director was Zippy Stories Take 1.
And all over the county, growing dissatisfaction with the available presidential choices has led experts to believe that a dark horse candidate may soon appear.
I'm physically here, but my mind is in Donut Hut.
To have a empty-headed, non sequitur spewing, inane person running for president and hopefully winning seemed to be 40 years prescient.
Russian tanks began rolling into downtown shopping areas late this afternoon. Many communist parents will have their children dry cleaned as a result.
One of the things that I'm also proud of was I started integrating a long-suffering comedy duo from Santa Barbara.
Hi, friends. I'm Harley Carruthers.
And I'm Farley Carruthers.
Proctor and Ward.
We're the Carruthers brothers, identical twin used recreational vehicle dealers in Encino, California.
For every 2 identical RVs you buy through this Thursday, get a free package of pistachio nuts at the Carruthers brothers, where buying campers is a gas.
The moments that stick out for me at Videowest aren't necessarily the favorite moments. They're just moments that were vivid in my memory. Hamana, hamana, hamana. If you sat down on the couches of Videowest, you're liable to get hepatitis. Hamana, hamana, hamana. No pot smoking between 9 and 5, and if you are going to smoke pot, do it on the roof. Hamana, hamana, hamana. The world was divided into 2 kinds of people. The people who had straight jobs and had something to lose, and the people who had absolutely nothing to lose because they were chronically unemployable. B.J. McAllister had something to lose. She was a local fashion model. Hamana, 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 hamana. Had lots of hip, fabulous friends, and she was somehow suckered into working with Videowest. She had a party, a premiere party for her beauty special, and I went around the corner, and at a south of Market, world's worst supermarket, we found a can of pork brains that were in the back canned foods that were somehow left over from VJ Day. So I bought 2, one to keep as a souvenir and give to Bill Griffith, and one that we served with toothpicks as appetizers at the beauty rollout party.
This is 1980, not 1959.
There are critical studies that suggest that Beach Blanket Armageddon was the high water mark of Videowest.
We like the party. Yeah! What else is there to do anyway? Yeah!
It had all of the elements that make Videowest great. It had insane ambition.
I am going to animate and clone an entire super race based on one archetype. Then my army will swoop down on every high school and parking lot in America. Nothing shall stop me.
Total incoherence. Great rock and roll.
Armageddon.
Fabulously cheap special effects. And 2 superstars, Timmy Spence and Jennifer Blowdryer, who didn't know they were superstars. Beach Blanket Armageddon may have been the high watermark of the entire Videowest enterprise. That pretty much says it all.